past life, he might have been East. So being of Irish heritage, he enjoys a good old meat and potatoes, washed down with a pint of nice cool Guinness. And a bit of dark chocolate is good too. So for Barry's speech, we are all going to pretend that we don't know anything about Toastmasters. The objectives of his speech are to prepare a talk that will build goodwill for your organization by supplying useful information of interest to the audience. Favorably influence the audience by the skillful and friendly delivery of your talk. Jennifer, this will be 5 to 7 minutes as usual. And the title of his speech is Toastmasters, Changing Lives Since 1924. Let's give Barry a big welcome.
Thank you, Madam Chairman and public, general public. You're not Toastmasters, just remember that. The statistic says that public speaking is the #1 fear in the world. Well, I say that's until the moment that the gun is pointed at one's head and then it's, "I'll do a speech!" Nevertheless, public speaking is a great fear, and in some cases it's a cultural thing. In some cultures, children are meant to be seen but not heard. We're not always encouraged to speak, let alone speak up. Toastmasters is an international organization in approximately 135 countries. There are 330,000 members and approximately 16,000 clubs. Nearly 5 million people have benefited from Toastmasters since 1924. I don't go back that far. I'd like to tell you a couple of stories about people who have benefited from public speaking. Now, this first story is a lady who is very shy, kind of petite, wasn't exactly confident about speaking up, stepping forward, and letting anyone know what was on her mind or what her opinion was about anything. In her work as an occupational therapist, she spoke when she had to, but it wasn't something that she relished doing. And then she joined Toastmasters. And little did she know when she walked through that door for the first day what it was going to lead to. She joined Toastmasters in 1998. And 7 years later, she was crowned second place in the World Championship of Public Speaking in Toronto. And I know George and Raj know who I'm talking about. Angela Louie, her name is. Angela Louie's in a club with me called Politically Speaking. Nobody thought that Angela, herself included, would be rising up to that level. Someone who was shy, quiet, and very demure. Today she's confident. She gives keynote speakers. She gives excellent presentations at work. She coaches people in public speaking. And all because she took that first step and joined the Toastmasters program. Toastmasters is a non-profit. It's an educational organization. We teach our members communication and leadership skills in a workshop-style environment. It's a learn by doing program. Now we have books, we have a magazine that comes out every month called The Toastmaster. We have training sessions, but how we really learn to do what we do is we get up here in clubs just like this and we do it. That's how we learn if we do it. It's a study, action, feedback program, but action is where we learn. So the manuals we get are for studying. We watch other people get up here, that's studying. We take action, and then we get feedback on what we've done. And every time we get feedback, when we do it again, we try to do it that little bit better with the improvements that are being suggested. Some members like to record their speeches and watch them afterwards. If you, the public, members of the public, get in the public speaking, I suggest you do that. When you're learning this craft, this trade, film yourself and then go back and see it again and again. Because the camera will point out all the things that you need to work on as well as what you're doing well. Another story, this is my own story. I started in this club in November 1993. We met at the old BC Teachers Federation building back then. And it was a little scary, because it involved walking down a winding staircase. And those of you who have seen horror movies, you know about winding staircases. Well, I walked down there, and I was actually going to turn around and head back out into the street, except there were two people right behind me. So I just felt this little push. And when I got there, I was greeted by the woman who was Sergeant at Arms back then, Susan Dudas. And she had a big smile, she put her hand out and she greeted me. And I began my journey in Toastmasters. I did a table topics. I don't remember what it was about, it's too long ago. And I gave my icebreaker. I wrote it, word by word. I was so scared, I could barely read my own handwriting. But I got through it. And then the second speech was about only half as scary. And then it got better and better and better. I remember my icebreaker and I remember my second speech. I don't remember what came after that, but it doesn't matter. I grew in the program and I watched other people grow, and eventually I would go on to help them do the same thing. So I'd like to invite you all to visit a Toastmaster Club. Go on to toastmasters.org, and on the top right is a button called Find a Club. Type in Vancouver, BC on the search engine, and you will see a list of clubs that meet at different days, different times, different places. Shortlist a few that fit or the area that you'd like to be in, and the day and the time. And try each and every one of them out. Funny thing about Toastmaster clubs, they're like leather jackets. They're all leather jackets, but they've all got their own pattern, their own creases, their own wrinkles, their own color variations. And it's like that with clubs. We all have the same program. We got speeches, we got table topics, thinking on our feet, we got feedback. We have other roles like joke master, environmental update. But we also have that same program, but every club's got its own personality, its own flavor, its own color. And I'm a member of 4 clubs, and they're all different, yet they're all the same. So I invite you to check out toastmasters.org and search for a club near you. And start breaking the ice, and learn skills that you can master, and then you'll never be asked, do you want to give a speech or do you want the gun? You'll choose the speech.